Well, establishment of paternity is a very important thing because it goes along with the establishment of parenting time and child support and other things that may flow from the establishment of paternity. Of course, somebody can voluntarily acknowledge this is my child. And an acknowledgement of parentage is a good way to establish paternity, but a lot of times there's a dispute. People break up and there's a question. And was there another boyfriend in between? Was it something else? Blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, somebody denies paternity. Well, genetic testing will show a swab here and a swab there. You send it to a reliable lab and you know who the father is. And you know whether or not a certain person is ruled into paternity or not. So that is something that's done and is often done by court order. Court order meaning that sometimes somebody will refuse to participate in a paternity test. They don't believe it's the father. Really, they don't want to pay child support. So they refuse to participate. Well, the court can order genetic testing. The mechanism typically is, and the procedure that the state normally follows is like this. Somebody will file a DP case, a petition to determine paternity. She will allege that she had a child, that she was with this person at the time, that they believe that this is the paternity, but the other side won't cooperate. Therefore, they're asking for the court to order DNA testing. Well, the court has certain recognized labs that it utilizes for this purpose, and it will order that, and then it'll wait and make a determination. Now, once it makes a determination, by the way, when they come back, they're usually 99.9% ruling someone in or ruling someone out. I mean, it's usually a very, very high degree of accuracy. Once they do that, like I began to say, legal rights will follow from this. Number one, then we have to determine custody and we have to determine parenting time. Now, custody may be in a non-marital union. There may be a presumption of custody with the mom, but it's a presumption. It can be rebutted. And number two, even if mom does have the custody, what about the parenting time? What about visitation? It's dad's child. He's entitled to some visitation. That's going to have to be established. And likewise, he's going to be put on child support. Even if the state was initially paying child support, dad is going to now have to pick up the child support, and there may be a reimbursement issue. In other words, the state will pay, but they're not going to pay your tab. If nobody knows, then the state will pay. But once it's determined who the father is, state doesn't want to pay that tab anymore and might well come after the other side for reimbursement. So these are the things that go in terms of established paternity and how one goes about doing that.
248